Good evening and welcome to the April 10th edition of News 22. I'm Haley Wolverton.
And I'm Molly Martin.
There are new developments in the search for the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. Search planes have found what appears to be the fifth possible signal being emitted from the airline's black boxes. The first two signals were found on Saturday and they appeared to be emitting at a frequency close to that of the missing plane's locator beacons. Two more pulses were found on Tuesday. The newest signal was picked up earlier today by an Australian ship in the northern area of the 22,000 square mile search area. Although that may sound like a lot of water to cover, the recovery crews say the search area has shrunken exponentially since beginning the search. We may soon find out the exact location of the airline's remains.
Well, it's official for Stephen Colbert is set to replace David Letterman on The Late Show. CBS released a statement today announcing The Late Show replacement upon Letterman's retirement in 2015. This announcement comes 1 week after Letterman announced his departure from The Late Night Show after 33 years. The timing could not be any better for Colbert because his contract with Comedy Central is up later this year.
The championship parade for both UConn men's and women's basketball teams was officially set for this coming Sunday, April 14th, Governor Malloy announced. He said the parade would kick off in Capital City at 4 p.m., but no other details have been released. However, Malloy is said to have further details coming about this parade. The victories mark the second time both teams won the NCAA tournament in the same season, last time being in 2004.
And we'll be back with this week's editorial with Brian Frankovich after this short break.
Get caught buzz driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom.
It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Sit with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child.
So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time.
One book could be the first element, helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Welcome back now for this week's editorial.
I'm Brian Frankovich with tonight's editorial. I'm sure you've all heard of the selfie trend that has swept the nation these past couple of years. What I was surprised to find out is that these selfies are actually causing psychological problems in some people. A study in the UK found patients experiencing body dysmorphic disorder, or BDD, which has been linked to these selfies. One teen actually dropped out of school and nearly overdosed on drugs because of the disorder that made his self-confidence plummet from being dissatisfied with selfies. He was spending about 10 hours a day taking these pictures. I mean, not to sound insensitive, but if you aren't liking the first few, you probably aren't going to like the next 3 million. It should just be a red flag that there's some underlying self-image disorder. I know for me personally, my parents would have gotten me help way before I dropped out of school and took up a drug habit due to the stress of my Snapchat life. But this isn't to be taken lightly, and I won't sit here and discredit what these doctors are saying. You can't argue that there are people suffering from the condition, and we have to respect that it is a real problem. I just won't ever understand it, but that doesn't mean it's not a real problem. Another thing is that selfies are becoming so serious that Merriam-Webster actually added the word selfie to the dictionary. That's ridiculous. If they added every slang term in the English language to the dictionary, they'd need a whole section of the thing called straight outta Compton. The problem with today's society is the dissolving line between what's important and what is for entertainment. People are taking things like selfies and Instagram and Vine and Facebook so seriously that it's consuming their lives. Nothing upsets me more than seeing people sitting at a beautiful place or event, glued to their screens and taking pictures of themselves. Why do we have to broadcast our every move to the world? Do we have something to prove? All I'm saying is we just need to relax and take life in. For example, it's like you paid to see a concert, and instead of watching it on your screen as you record it, why not watch it in person? How can we really stop to enjoy life if all we're doing is documenting it? Of course, take a couple pictures to keep some memories or take some artsy photographs as a hobby, but don't waste life looking at a screen when you can just watch the real thing. For News 22, I'm Brian Frankovich.
Are you getting this, honey?
Oh, prime time. We are rolling.
All right, Mama's gonna bring it home. Mama's gonna bring it home. Okay.
Come on, watch this guy.
Oh, backwards!
Oh, don't. Oh.
It went into Bob and Carol's yard. Oh, no? Okay, here it comes.
Oh, Mom!
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
All right, let's see what you can do. Let's go.
They might surprise you. Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
All in together now. We can make it better now. Come on, can we do it? Yeah, you know that we can. We'll rope it up, cause we know how to jump. We'll roll it out, we know how to skate. We'll cut it down, we know what to eat. We'll swap it out, we eat healthy stuff. Can we do it? Yeah, you know that we can. Can we do it? Yeah, you know that we can. Yeah, well come on.
Today's a good day to grab your kids and hang out with them for an hour. Dance, walk, play a sport, or cook a healthy meal. Because just moving a little and eating better every day can help make you and your child healthier.
Can we do it? Yeah, you know that we can. We'll ball it up, cause we know how to hoop. We'll mess around, cause we know how to play. We'll drop it down, cause we know how to dance. We'll veg it up, veggie night and day. Can we do it? Yeah, you know that we can. All in together now, we can make it better now.
Search We Can to find doable tips and activities that you can use every day to keep you and your kids healthy.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Are you waiting to see what your financial aid package will be for next year? The financial aid office at Eastern will be shortening its windows hours from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. from now until May 16th. This will allow the staff plenty of time to create the financial aid packages for new and returning students for the upcoming semester.
Ever use the library resources to write your research paper? If you have, you are eligible to win the Library Research Award. All Eastern students can apply now for a chance to win one of two $350 prizes. To apply and see the application guidelines, visit easternct.libguides.com.
Ice cream never tasted so free. On Sunday, April 1st, students had the chance to eat a pail full of ice cream at CAB's Sunday Fun Day event.
On April 1st, in the Student Center Cafe, Campus Activity Board hosted Sunday Fun Day, an event where students could eat endless amounts of ice cream with their favorite toppings. At this event, there was a frozen inflatable pool filled with various ice cream flavors. Flavors included vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and mint chocolate chip. Surrounding the frozen pool of delicious ice cream were toppings which included sprinkles, whipped cream, chocolate syrup, and cherries. A total of 300 people stopped by the event and made ice cream sundaes with their friends. The success of this event was just the cherry on top for Campus Activity Board's Frozen Sweet Treat Affair.
The event was a huge success. For more events like this, check out CAB's calendar events on Eastern's website.
This Friday, Eastern's University Residential Outreach Committee, also known as UROC, will be hosting its first food truck this Friday, April 11th. The Rolling Tomato will have one on campus from 7 to 9 p.m. on Web Lawn. Come on down and get a slice of UROC.
One of Eastern's own has been given a tremendous opportunity. Eric Serino, a psychology major, will be presenting his research project at the 18th Annual Posters on the Hill Conference in Washington, D.C. later this month. Serino, part of the graduating class of 2014, was previously a recipient of the Jean H. Thorson Scholarship for his proposal.
The Institute for Sustainable Energy at ECSU has been selected to receive a prestigious national award honoring its accomplishments in energy efficiency and sustainability, the 2014 Energy Star Partner of the Year Award, to be formally presented in Washington, D.C. on April 29th by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the U.S. Department of Energy, recognizes the Institute's work with CT towns, state agencies, school buildings, and college campuses.
The Writers Guild recently held their release party for the 2014 edition of Eastern Exposure. This is our campus's literary journal, which allows students to publish their poetry, fiction, and nonfiction works. At the party, journal editors, featured authors, faculty, and students alike gathered to hear live readings by a few of the authors.
If you leave now, we'll never know. We'll never know what we could become. Hey, stay long enough.
From his only a dream life of echoing steps on metal floors and automatic doors straight.
Moist cheeks are for the weak, never bothered with the tears.
If one were to love, permit such action, it is he who flies with doves.
The journal can be found in Smith Library and other locations on campus and is free to the community. If you're interested in becoming a featured author, please contact the Eastern's Writers Guild.
On April 29th, Eastern's Habitat for Humanity and the Special Olympics will be hosting their annual Jail and Bail on Weblawn. This is a fundraising event where you can send your friends, professors, or roommates to jail. Buy a warrant for their arrest for $5. While in jail, they need to make bail by having people donate. For more information and official rules, visit ECSUJailandBail.com.
Do you love fashion? Well, Eastern Connecticut State University will be offering a new fashion and costume design minor this coming fall through the Theater and Visual Arts departments. Students will be able to register for classes for the 2014 fall semester. This minor is designed for students interested in developing skills and abilities in the areas of costume and fashion design. The course will cover aesthetics, technology, and basic skills development, including practical application experience. So sign up before classes are full.
Eastern's Art and Lecture Series is welcome to present An Evening with Chuck Klosterman. On April 22nd from 7 to 9 p.m. in the Betty Tipton Room located in the Student Center, Klosterman will be discussing how pop culture shapes a person's identity. The event will also include not only a discussion with Klosterman, but also a question and answer session along with a book signing. Klosterman is a New York Times best-selling author of 6 books and nonfiction essays that all focus on American pop culture in today's society. Tickets are free for students, but $10 for the general public.
This past Tuesday, Eastern Music Society hosted a concert on campus featuring a performance from a jazz duo. TV22 reporter Zach Watson has more.
Zach here outside the Student Center Cafe with jazz group Gomez and Salon are currently performing on stage.
And then when you were still reading the first intro part of the package, are you switched to the package that way?
On March 31st, the musical talents of jazz musicians Gomez and Salon took to the Student Center stage to play some covers of several timeless jazz songs. We spoke to Renee St. John, part of the executive board of the Music Society, to learn more about events like this.
And this event that we're having tonight is a night of jazz. Every year around April or March in the springtime, Music Society likes to host a concert featuring a genre of music that not many people would hear normally. And this year we decided to go with jazz. So we hired a band from the Oxford Sandy Hook area, and this is Gomez and Sadlin, which is composed of 2 musicians. It's a jazz duo featuring Tom Gomez on guitar and Rick Sadlin on saxophone and flute. It was a very great experience talking to them, and they're a very great band, and I'm very glad that we were able to have this opportunity.
That is awesome. And we've been playing together for maybe about 3 years or so. However, we've been playing all of our lives. You know, by day, I mean, we play this as much as we can, but by day, I'm the director of music in the Darien Public Schools, and Tom is.
And I just retired today from IBM.
Oh, you did? After how many years?
37 years with IBM. So I retired
37
today.
years. So we never forget our roots and our playing. And although we've had other careers and other jobs, our passion is still playing music, and we love to play. We've been having more fun playing this kind of stuff than we ever have, and we have our setup. As you'll hear, we have our bass and our drummer and some backup strings on recording. Actually, we've had that done. So. It enables us to get a lot of gigs where normally they wouldn't hire a 5 or 6 piece band. They'll hire a duo. And we're playing some of the tunes that we grew up with and we really love playing. And it's just, we're having a great time. And we just wanted to thank the Music Society and actually Renee St. John is the one who hired us and contacted us, and we're having a great time tonight.
Looks like everyone had a jazz-tastic time. From the Student Center Cafe, I'm Zach Watson reporting for TB22.
Thanks for that, Zach, and thanks to the Music Society for putting on what looked to be a successful night. We hope all who attended enjoyed.
And we'll be back with this week's sports update after this short break.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
This song was created with heartbeats of children in need. Find out how it can help frontline health workers bring hope to millions of children at everybeatmatters.org.
And we're back with this week's sports.
I'm Tyler Smith for this week's sports. After a 15-5 loss against Keene State on the road last Saturday, Eastern's women's lacrosse team traveled to Westfield in a non-conference matchup. Westfield got off to an early 6-1 lead in the first half, and the Warriors just weren't able to catch up. Seniors Erin Kahn and Ashley Wolk have been the stars for the Warriors so far, leading the team as 2 of the captains. Kahn has 21 goals on 42 shots, and Wolk has 14 goals on 33 shots. Leading the team for the enormous freshman crop is Paige Schneider with 12 goals. However, she currently is out with a concussion recovery, and we wish her the best for her comeback. Next up is Plymouth State this Saturday at home for the Warriors' 3rd conference matchup. They are 1-1 so far in the conference. Eastern's men's lacrosse team has gotten off to a hot start in conference with a 2-0 record and a win last Saturday at UMass Boston. Seniors Tyler Frezin and Mike Devine each had 3 goals, and the Warriors were able to defeat the Beacons 13-6. The Warriors are looking for a three-peat in the conference championship this week. They face off against arch rival Keene State at home this Saturday at 12. Keene State and Eastern faced off last year in the finals, and this is the first time they will meet since Eastern's victory. Seniors Mike Jordan, Mike Devine, and Tyler Frezin lead the team in goals and are all very familiar with Keene. With a lot of bad blood brewing for this game, it will definitely be one you do not want to miss. It was a tough beginning to the 2014 campaign for Eastern softball, but after a 1-8 start, The Warriors are 10-1 in their past 11 games. After sweeping conference rival Keene State Sunday afternoon, the Warriors swept Babson Tuesday evening in a doubleheader. In one of the two games, Eastern defeated Babson 9-0, enforcing the mercy rule after 6 innings. The softball team is currently finishing a doubleheader against Salve Regina right down the road at the Eastern softball field. They'll travel to UMass Boston over the weekend in another conference doubleheader. A perfect game taken into the 7th inning, and the first home run at home this season gave Eastern Connecticut's baseball team a 9-3 win over Bridgewater State yesterday afternoon. Hard-throwing right-hander Pat Barnett threw 7 innings, only allowing 1 run. The senior was perfect through 6 innings. Senior first baseman Gavin Lavallee went yard in the bottom of the 6th with an opposite field shot over the right field fence. The Warriors are currently taking on the 23rd-ranked Wheaton College of Massachusetts and will host Plymouth State in a conference doubleheader Saturday starting at noon. What a week it's been for the University of Connecticut Huskies. Both basketball teams took home the national championship back to Storrs, the capital of the basketball world. On Monday night, the men defeated the Kentucky Wildcats 60-54 to capture its 4th national championship in program history. Senior point guard Shabazz Napier led all scorers with 22 points, while junior guard Ryan Boatwright chipped in 14 points for the Huskies. The win captured head coach Kevin Ali's first national championship. Then on Tuesday night, the women's team won their 9th national championship after they defeated the Notre Dame Fighting Irish 79-58. The Lady Huskies have now won back-to-back national titles and ride a 46-game winning streak. This is the 2nd time in the NCAA history when both the men's and the women's basketball teams from one school have won the national championship in the same season. The other time was also done by UConn back in 2004. Both of these teams will be honored with a parade through Hartford this coming Sunday at 4 p.m. The best rivalry in sports will continue this weekend as the Boston Red Sox head to the Bronx to take on the New York Yankees in a 4-game series. Neither team has been extremely impressive in the early going, but things are sure to change as the season goes on. 100 Eastern students actually got the chance to buy $20 tickets and will attend Saturday's game through CAB. The first game of the 4-game set is currently live, so make sure to tune in following tonight's show. And that's all for sports. I'm Tyler Smith for News 22. See you next week.
Thanks for watching News 22. If you want to see any of our past shows, go to our YouTube channel and search for the TV 22 channel. I'm Molly Martin.
And I'm Haley Wolverton. Have a good weekend, Eastern.